Okay, so before I start dinner, I'm going to show you guys this small little grocery haul we just got from uh, Walmart. So over here, I wanted to try the healthy choice meals because sometimes while I'm working during the day, I work from home. So it's really hard, of course, to like cook in between, try and find something to eat, whatever. So I want to just grab some like quick meals that I could just pop in the microwave real quick. But anyway, I wanted to try the healthy choice meals. We never tried this before. I only got one. This is the 4 cheese ravioli and chicken marinara. So it looks pretty good. It says it has ravioli filled with spinach, ricotta, Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano cheese with grilled chicken breast and a marinara sauce chopped topped with Parmesan cheese. So this is what it looked like. Have any of you ever tried the healthy choice meals? I hope it's good. So we'll see. If we like it, I may just get a few more. I won't eat these every day, of course, but I may get like, maybe 2 more, to have like during the week while I'm working. And then we have some sugar right here. We're running out of sugar. I had to get some more of that. I also got a Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl. I have a dozen of eggs, these high behind eggs. These eggs was over $6, y'all, at Walmart. 1 dozen of eggs. It don't make any sense. I just hope this stuff changed, like y'all. These prices is just getting ridiculous. Eggs used to be one of the cheapest things you could get from the grocery store. Times have definitely changed. It's horrible, horrible. But anyway, we got some Thomas's bagel thins, not the real big bagels. This is my first time trying the thins, so we're just trying to do better. Slowly but surely, little by little, okay? We're just trying to do better. I've been craving some bologna, y'all. How many of you still eat bologna? I can remember being a little girl, growing up, eating fried bologna sandwiches or fried bologna and egg sandwiches, grilled cheese bologna sandwiches. We used to always eat bologna, y'all. Old school treat. But not everybody like bologna. I know Sean don't like bologna. The girls don't like bologna. But I've been wanting some bologna, and I love Wonder Bar. I think Wonder Bar is the best bologna. I like it sliced thin, not too thick. I don't like any thick bologna, y'all. So yeah, I got me some bologna, and I also got some cheese, and we got some honey ham so that we can make those sandwiches during the week. And for like those nights when I'm not cooking, of course, we can have some sandwiches, something really quick for us to eat for dinner at night. And so at the Walmart out here, they sell the Puerto Rican bread. This is a long bread. This bread is always really very good because it's nice and soft. And let me show you guys. Working with one hand here. See, just a nice long piece of bread. Something like Italian bread, of course, but they sell this at almost all the Walmarts out here in Florida. And they also sell hot warm bread as well, which is usually the sweet bread. But anyway, this bread is really good. So I got this bread for our sandwiches. I would have gotten 2, and this bread is only $1, y'all. This bread is only $1, but we always make sure we get it when we know we're gonna eat it. We don't want to buy the bread and then the bread is just sitting around getting hard and it will go moldy. It will go moldy pretty quick, actually. So when you buy that bread, you want to make sure you eat it like within a day or 2. But anyway, we got that bread for the sandwiches. And then I wanted to go back to the old school. We usually eat Grand's biscuits, but I can remember growing up on these biscuits. My parents used to buy these canned biscuits, these are little tiny ones. I've been craving these, y'all, and these are really good with some syrup on the side. I'm not sure if any of you ever tried your biscuits with syrup, but you need to try it. Syrup and honey, or either just syrup. Is really, well, not syrup and honey at the same time, of course, but you can use syrup or honey on your biscuits, and it's really very good. But anyway, yes, I was craving some of these, so I'm gonna make some of these. Now today for dinner we are having pinto beans. Now I'm making a small batch. I'm not even making a whole bag, y'all, because only me and Sean's gonna eat the pinto beans. The girls don't eat that, so I don't want to be wasting any food. So I'm gonna make a half a bag of pinto beans. I have a neck bone, and I'm going to show you guys how I make that later on today. And also right behind here, y'all, we had to restock on our pantry items. We got some apple jelly here. I had to get another Muscle Man apple butter. If you love apple butter, Muscle Man apple butter is amazing. And it reminds me of the apple butter that they have at Cracker Barrel. It's really very good. We had to get some strawberry preserves here. We had to restock on our Lawry's seasoned salt, staple in the kitchen when you're cooking dinner. And we had to restock on our celery salt. So I usually buy the Quaker apple cinnamon oatmeal. I actually just started eating oatmeal. I was never really an oatmeal fan at all, but again, working from home, we need some quick fixes like quick breakfasts, things like that. So I actually started training myself to eat oatmeal and to tolerate oatmeal. I never really liked the texture of it because it's so mushy, but I've actually grown to like it. You know, I'm not going to say I love it, but I like it. I could tolerate it. And when I eat my oatmeal, I need to have some type of texture in it. So I usually add raisins or some dried fruit, you know. So in my last haul, I showed you I got some dried strawberries, but this time I got some dried apples. So I'm going to try some of these dried apple crisps inside the apple cinnamon oatmeal and see what that tastes like. Now I usually get the Fuji apples that's in the black bag. I can't call the name of it, but it's in a black bag. Those Fuji apples are delicious. This is my first time getting the Great Value brand, but y'all, with the way those prices are set up at the supermarket, we'll try Great Value this time. Hopefully it's just as good. But we had to get some cereal. I got some Strawberry Awake. This is to dupe to the Special K with the strawberries. I've tried this before. This tastes just as good as the Special K. Very good. And then Noonie made a special request. She wanted some Trix. I don't eat Trix, but she wanted some Trix, so I picked up some Trix for her. And I picked up, this is my first time trying this, y'all. I wanted some Raisin Bran. So I picked up the extra Raisin Brand, Great Value brand. This is going to be our first time trying this brand, and I'm sure it's good. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that at all. Over here we had to get another orange juice because we love orange juice in this house. So we got another bottle of that. I actually had ordered 4 oatmeals actually, and I see they threw in a maple brown sugar. Now I haven't tried the maple brown sugar before, so maybe I'll try this morning. I'm not sure, but hopefully I like it. But like I said, if I add a little texture to it, add some raisins to it or something like that, it should be fine. I think I like it. Hopefully I like it. And I had to get a box of straws, plastic straws that is, because we hate paper straws. So that's it for the small haul, you know, just these few items right here. And so what I'm going to do now is we're going to put this stuff up, and I'm going to get ready to prep my pinto beans for the day. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how I make my pinto beans. And you definitely have to try it because it is going to be absolutely delicious. You already know. Okay, y'all, so it is time to make some good old Southern style pinto beans with some delicious and flavorful neck bones, y'all. Now, if you know, you know, that is that comfort food that will warm your soul and fill your house with that smell that just gonna make everybody hungry, y'all. But before we get into all that goodness, first things first, we gotta clean these neck bones, and we have to always start by cleaning them in some warm water just to get rid of all that debris and all that slimy gook off of your meat. You want to make sure that your meat is clean before it goes into that pot, because listen, let me tell you, there is nothing worse than biting into a piece of meat that have not been rinsed right, y'all. You do not want that. Okay, so once these are nice and clean, you want to make sure that you add your water to the pot. Just make sure that your water is covering your meat, just like that. Okay, y'all, so I just put this on the stove and it's time to add the seasoning. We're going in with the black pepper, Next is garlic powder, onion powder, and chicken bouillon. Now this is going to flavor your water. I didn't have any chicken broth, so this is what we're using. And that's all you need. We're gonna let this go for about 1 hour. Now, all I'm doing right now is rinsing off my beans. Now, I had my beans soaking in some water overnight. It's good to soak your beans overnight, or if you don't soak them overnight, you can soak them for about 4 hours. That would just help with the digestion because beans can cause gas. So, it's good to soak your beans overnight or at least 4 hours. I'm also picking out the rotten beans. I'm picking out any rocks I may find. You don't want to bite into that when you're eating beans. So it's good to always go through all your beans and make sure you pick all the rotten ones out before you add them to the pot. So right now, my neck bones have been cooking for a little over an hour. I cleaned my beans. So what I'm doing now is adding my beans to the pot. Now all of that water is nicely seasoned. As you saw earlier, I added all of my seasoning. Now I will be seasoning my beans again, but I'm not going to do it at this point. I'm going in with my chopped onions and my chopped green peppers and a few red peppers as well. As you can see, I did not finely chop my onion. The onions will cook down because we will be cooking these beans for about 3 to 3.5 hours. So you want to be able to taste your onion. You don't want them too small or you're not going to be able to taste it. So I like to leave mine a little big. So I'm just mixing everything up. You know, this water is nicely seasoned already. We're going to let this go for about 3 hours. All right, let's check on these beans and see how they're doing. They have been cooking for about 1.5 hours already, y'all. Look at that. It's looking really good. It's almost done. Those beans are getting nice and tenderized. The meat is tenderizing as well, falling right off the bone. Look at that bone right there. Yes, they are cooking up very nicely. So at this point, I'm going to get a spoon and I'm going to taste these beans and see where the flavors are at, y'all. Just like I said before, when you're cooking, you have to taste your food, y'all. You have to taste your food. You don't know if it's going to taste right unless you taste your food. So I do have to add some more seasoning, y'all. So right now, the first thing I'm adding is some sugar. I added about a tablespoon of sugar. The sugar is going to wake up those flavors. Next, I'm going in with some Lawry's seasoning salt. You don't need a lot of Lawry's or anything because we did have that chicken bouillon in there and we had the smoked meat, which can tend to give us a salty flavor sometimes as well. But I just added a little bit to wake it up. Then I'm going in with the garlic powder. This is not salty, y'all, but you need to add some more garlic in there to give it a good flavor. Next, I'm going in with some black pepper as well. Some people choose to use red crushed peppers. That's totally fine, whichever you prefer. I also like to go in with some Italian seasoning, y'all. Yes, I add Italian seasoning to my pinto beans. It tastes very, very good, and it definitely blends well with all of those flavors. All right, so we're going to stir all this up and blend all those flavors together. Y'all, this is going to be so good. And for all those who don't eat pork, you don't necessarily have to use pork to season your pinto beans, y'all. You can use a smoked turkey wing, turkey leg, or turkey tail. If you don't want to use meat at all, you don't have to. You can use chicken broth. If you don't have chicken broth, you can use a chicken bouillon, or you can even use a vegetable bouillon. As long as you flavor that water before you cook your beans, make that good old pot liquor, your beans will turn out totally fine. And just don't be afraid to season your food, y'all. Make sure if you have any bones from your smoked meat, make sure you remove the bones as well, because you don't want to plate up your beans and you serve someone a bone. That would not be good, y'all. You do not want that. So you got to be real careful with those bones. This is a pot full of flavor, y'all. Do you see that? This is how you know it's done right. Those beans are tender, the meat is tender, and that seasoning is just sitting right, y'all. Sitting right.
2 hours later.
Our beans are now done, y'all. Now let me tell you something. These beans thickened up on their own. I did not add any extra cornstarch, flour, just my time and love, y'all. Just slow cook your pinto beans. It's gonna naturally release all of the starches. It's gonna break it down. And with that neck bone, all of that flavor just melted right down into the broth, turning it into this thick, silky, flavorful gravy. So that's how you know those beans are cooked right, y'all. It's giving creamy, hearty, and it is full of flavor, y'all. Watery beans where? Not over here. This is that stick to your ribs kind of meal, y'all, that's gonna just warm your soul. And y'all, don't forget that white rice. I got some white rice down in there, y'all. You gotta have that slice of buttery golden cornbread on the side. Pinto beans is not pinto beans without that cornbread, y'all. You need that. Break you off a piece, let it soak up in that broth, and listen, let me tell you, this meal will have you coming back for seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths. Hearty and full of love. If you grew up on meals like this, drop a comment below and let me know how y'all eating y'all pinto beans. Because you know everybody gonna make them a little different now, but when you make it like this, oh yeah, you will not go back to any other recipe. I guarantee y'all. Well, let me not say guarantee. Maybe that's a little bit much, but try the recipe anyway and let me know how you like it. Now, if you'll excuse me, but I have a bowl to get into, y'all. So I will see you next time. Take care, be blessed, and stay safe, y'all. Bye.
Why you so fine?